Hello everyone, hope you're all doing well. Don't forget, if you like the video, click on like and subscribe and talk about it on chat lines, wherever it is your social media activities, and help us to grow and help more people. I'll talk to you soon. Tanmay Raju says, hello Mehran. Sir, I am suffering from HOCD. Please help me with tips. I came across a video and stressed about it and keep reassuring. Well, Tambi, HOCD is pretty much no different than some kind of a disorder that you may find in your body. For example, your knee hurts, or your elbow hurts, or you got a cold. Well, you got to do certain things to help it to heal. Now, HOCD is some kind of a disorder in the brain, and it's got nothing to do with you, but you suffer it because the brain happened to be mounted on your head. And somehow somebody sold us the bill in life that the brain is me. Whatever brain says, it's me. That's bullshit. Brain is totally a separate system. It's got nothing to do with you. Brain makes 80, 90,000 thoughts a day. It's a thought manufacturing plant, a factory. But it's an organ. It works for you. You don't work for it. So when it conjures up shit, you're not supposed to believe that that's you because brain doesn't represent you. Brain is an organ like your intestine, like your liver, like your kidney. It has a job to do. It does that job. But if you think that organ is you, then when you get a diarrhea in your intestine, you should think, well, that's a normal thing for me. I just never knew it. No, you're clear that this is a biological malfunction, and I know diarrhea is not normal for me. At least I don't enjoy it. Therefore, I got to help it to heal. So you get some, I don't know, yogurt and rice and simple eating, and you regain the balance that it is for you, for your intestine. Now, brain also malfunctions. But the thing is, we've been duped to think because it can do math or solve things, we think it's intellect. Brain has no intellect. Brain is not smart. Brain is a mechanical machine. It's a material process. A bunch of neurons and so on, not mechanical machine, but it creates thoughts. It manufactures thoughts based on the information that has found its way into your consciousness. Whatever information that is available in the world, we become aware of it. And the brain picks it up and makes thoughts. And it doesn't know really what it does. It guesses things. Yeah? And then, because brain doesn't find its security through physical environment, just like your body does, your body finds security through physical environment. Like I'm sitting here having my tea, and nobody's beating me up here. My arms are here, my hand, my limbs. It looks physically, the environment is safe. My apartment door is locked. I'm in good part of town. So physicality brings safety to my body, my physical entity. But the brain doesn't find its security the way our body finds its security in a physical environment. Brain finds insecurity in order of things and in occupation, in being busy. And can brain become occupied and busy if it compliments you? It says, oh, you're a great heterosexual, and if that's what you are. Because HOCD hits heterosexuals and homosexuals alike. It hits sexual orientation disorder. That's what it is. Obsessive compulsive disorder in the sexual orientation. So if you're heterosexual, the brain, if it makes a comment about, oh, you're a heterosexual and all these girls, go for you and you love girls, you say, oh, yeah, thank you. That's the end of the conversation. Brain doesn't get busy or occupied by that comment. But if it wants to get occupied, it needs to create some kind of a fear and anger or some kind of a anxiety in you. What then? It calls your mother a whore, or calls you something that you're not. If you're homosexual, calls you heterosexual. If you're heterosexual, calls you homosexual. Then you rise to defend your being, your entity, your identity, and you say, how dare you talk about my mother like that? If it was a friend saying, If the friend says something about, oh, your mom is such a lady, it was very nice to meet her. You say, well, thank you, good, I'll tell her. That's the end of it. But if the friend says something nasty about your mom, you get up, you start fighting, you go back and forth, say shit about him and his mother, and so on and so forth. It goes back and forth, and this continues. That energy exchange in a negative way continues. Same thing with the brain. Brain wants you to get engaged in exchange energy and be upset so it can be engaged in an interaction with you to create something that it would keep the brain occupied and busy. How can you do that? Can't give you a compliment. Oh, you're a handsome man. All girls like you and you love girls. That's the end of the conversation. You say, yeah, thank you. But if he says you're something that you're not, you go all out. How dare you say about that? All my life I liked girls, this and that, so forth. I'm like this, I'm like that. This conversation gets heated. You get angry, go back and forth, trying to prove to an organ what you are. That's as stupid as it gets that we don't realize. We try to prove to the brain, which is an organ of ours, that I am this, I'm that I have to get its approval to agree with me before I can settle down. Instead of saying, well, if you're an organ, what do you know about me? So I ignore it because I realize it's an intrusive thought. It's a negative thought. It's a bad thought about me towards me, considering what my gender is. So I simply recognize it, that it's not me. It's the brain saying that. It's not me. It's HOCD saying that. And then I ignore it, go about my business. In this way, the brain learns that it can't create that kind of occupation by saying shit about me. And if it keeps doing it and I keep ignoring it, by recognizing that it's intrusive thought, by calling it for what it is, that's HOCD, it's not me, it's the brain, it's not me, and then focus on my business. I do that 1,000,000 times if 1,000,000 times the brain interjects and brings about these sort of thoughts. And the brain gets conditioned that this is not what this person entertains. And then starts showing up less of these intrusive thoughts and eventually no more. And if it ever did, you know exactly what it is, how to manage it. That's how you train, retrain, rewire the brain. It's called neuroplasticity, by the way that you behave with the production of the brain. So, occupation is its mandate. It's trying to create busyness. That's why it comes up with things that will bother you. And of course, I have got many videos on this topic. And in the 2 playlists that I have on HOCD, you'll also have links of famous psychologists such as Dr. Philipson, Dr. Jan Rayner, Dr. Schwartz, and they have their own videos. The links are there, and other therapists that I have listed there, so you can watch them and educate yourself about what HOCD is, so you won't be bamboozled thinking that, oh, my gender is changing. Oh, the brain says this and that I'm that. No. That's all needs to be understood, and understand that this is a glitch and a malfunction of the signaling system of the brain, among other reasons that it could have with anxiety and the role of amygdala and prefrontal cortex and the caudate nucleus in the striatum, in the basal ganglia. All these show you the education that you need to see why this malfunction is happening and how you can treat it by rewiring your brain. All right, that was shorter than long. There are many, many videos that we have on this topic. Subscribe on my channel, visit my channel, and go through the videos that you might be interested in. Mind@seekstruth.com is making it one step away to talk to me one-on-one on Skype and discuss what's concerning you. I'll talk to you soon.